Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where I dice the milk up regularly while talking about niche internet communities and maybe some other stuff in between. Okay, ignore the furnace in the background. I swear it's getting colder and colder by the day up here. But today I'm going to be talking about the art process and how I made the sprites for my video, seeing as someone wanted to know. This is just going to be a nice, easy video, not too long. Oh my god, like the hour-long video, but sit back, relax, and this time you'll be able to see much more of the visual side. But if you want to draw and listen to this, feel free to do that as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna first start out with how I like to plan the video. This is, I swear, I've been doing this ever since I started working on animations, but I like to do just a page of thumbnails and do like just the little drawings to be like, oh, I want this idea for this sprite, or I want to do that. I mean, again, it really shows the animation side because I really got into animation a while back, but I know I wanted to have a similar idea and have like sprites doing the rotations between the different emotions and stuff, but I didn't want to animate the whole thing because, it's hell on earth. Like, oh my god, I spent like 18 plus hours on like 1 minute animation or stuff like that. So I personally would like to keep my mental health in check for this. But as you can see, I just did like quick little sketches. I annotated on what I want to do. You can see the little furby doodles that I did below because I was like, gotta get some furbs in there. But this is my basic layout page. Okay, next we're going to move on to the drawing process because of course I digitally drew it. No way in hell I could have gotten as clean lines if I didn't draw it digitally, but for the people who don't know me through Instagram, yes, I am an Instagram artist, but I like to draw and Procreate, and it takes a little bit of time, and I know it was especially janky to draw all these sprites, because I'm kind of in an art style crisis right now, which is not fun, but it's just kind of there. So I just tried to go with the flow. Like, thank God for digital art, so I could erase everything and like pivot and flip the canvas. But I made sure to do that too, and just to be like, what happens, and just go along with the process. And as you can see, like, I'm just trying to sketch out the basic shapes. I love to do different layouts, and then I like try to do different positions for the hands and the arms, so it's not like, oh, one pose the whole time. And that's like, again, the aspect of animation almost, and it's inspired from other YouTubers' sprites, like Saberspark, of course, and I can't think of any other right now, but you get the point. You get it. Oh my god. I can't believe at one point I just detached the arm to work on it, but again, it's a lot of just flipping through and being like, oh, this is an expression, that. And I know, like, especially art-wise, if you're struggling with the expressions, I know it helps me to just do a little circle head and just try to do the most exaggerated version of it, so then later when you're drawing on the person, you can be like, oh, that's how I stretch out the expression, and do that. I do have to say, it has led to me doodling that all over my arms sometimes, so disclaimer, they are addicting to draw. But, and let's see. Okay, this is just some background, but I didn't really draw digitally for a month because I went to camp, and you can tell in this time lapse that I am a little rusty with some things, but it's all in the process, guys. It's all in the process, I swear. But again, it just gives me another reason to say, don't give up. Like, keep on going, y'all. Push through. Trust me. It's so cool to see the process and, like, see all of your improvement with stuff. But, yeah, there's... oh my god. I have to say, it is a little funny to just watch me flip through all the sprites and be like, oh my god, do they match up? Are the expressions okay? Because I really wanted them to be clean. Again, animation level stuff, but I mean, you do really have to have a continuity when it comes to this, because you can really tell when some of the frames are off. But that's what happens when it comes to art, y'all. That's what happens. Okay, so then after I started to go into the line art and start to clean up the lines a little bit, because although I used to have a sketchy style, it's not as much anymore. Though, oh my god, my pen sketches do get pretty sketchy, but I also can link the brushes that I use if anybody is interested in that, because I think this might be from another brush kit, but there is a good chance that I made it for myself, because I did used to like experiment and fix the different things with lines. But yeah, this technique is where I go in outlining everything. It's so I can use a clipping mask to make sure all the colors stay within it and I don't have to worry about cleaning up the edges as much. It does help with some copying and pasting, but it does make the things a little weird. And I also decided to cell shade on this one because rendering would have taken forever. Oh my god. Whew. Rendering is just so complicated, and then having to render, like, I would say, I think I have like 7 different sprites. Like, that's too much. So I'm glad I left it at this. But I have to say, again, people who have patience to render and take that much time to clean everything up, props to you, for reals. Props to you. But yeah, I'm just having some little highlights like this. Oh, you can see me drawing the Furby. Oh, it's very similar to my sketchbook, of course, and it's supposed to be modeled after Cinnamon, but Cinnamon isn't quite that color. Okay, and then this part, I of course moving on, and then I'm doing the same thing over again. I actually did copy and paste the base color layer. This is again where the clipping mask comes in handy, because all I really did was I just modified it. And you see it again with this, like adding different line art. Ooh, I struggled with this hand. We're not gonna talk about it. And just again modifying that base I created for myself so I could just copy and paste. It did end up taking me a couple hours though, so I've had to put in a lot of time, but I kept on telling myself, I'm like, once you get it done, it's gonna be done for good, like no more. You gotta keep on pushing through it. But I do have to say, it is worth it in the end to have all of this stuff over with. And now, as I'm like watching the time lapses over, I can start to see the little stylistic things I do, like those question marks and putting in the backgrounds. Oh yeah, another stylized thing that I like to do is the whites of my eyes are actually not white, but they're an off-white, so all the colors look softer to each other. Okay, that's another tip if you want to draw aesthetically, because of course I had a giant aesthetic purple phase like 2 years ago. Oh my god, it was of course during like 2020 when I was like, yeah, first time on Instagram, so I'm gonna post every week and draw aesthetically, and people are gonna love my art. I don't even like post that much anymore because art class has been kicking my ass, and yeah, there's just not much going on. I'm just trying to vibe out here. But actually, YouTube has been one of my greater pushes for content and trying to work and expand on my stuff, because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and I'm already so happy that I've got to post my first video, and as this point in time I have 12 subscribers. I swear, if any of y'all leave, I'll understand it, but yeah, it's just been something that I've been waiting for, and I'm I'll bide my time. I have been getting pretty tired though, so that's why videos take a while. But I also do a shit ton of activities. I swear, I should do an about me video, because all y'all have learned, besides the people who actually know me, is I love furbies. But yeah, I'm in marching band right now, so it's a lot to go off of. But just the little drawings. Oh God, those eyes were scary. Woo! But that made things so much easier. So if you feel free to steal these tips to help make your drawing a little easier and to make things better to do, because that helps. It's not quite being lazy, but it helps a lot. And then in this one I had to fix the poses so I could actually crop it into frame, because I got the pixel count wrong and I was devastated. When I realized, I was I'm gonna have to rework everything just to get the right pixel count. So make sure you know the amount of pixels that you're working with beforehand. But yeah, that is the end of the time lapse. I know you just sat and hi Discord and just listened to me talk for a little bit. Well, that's the end of the video, and thank you for listening to this process. I hope it was useful and you got something out of it. If you didn't, it's just words. There's no big deal with it, and thank y'all for all the support. I know 12 followers already, subscribers, sorry, but that's already a lot for me, and I'm so happy to be getting the support that I have. I'm aiming for 1K by the end of the year, but I'm not too worried that if I don't get there. But I'm just doing it for fun, doing it to talk about stuff I love. Discord. Sorry. Not trying to do a Discord ASMR out here, but I hope y'all have a good day. Make sure to subscribe, and follow, and keep Discord at bay, because it's trying to overthrow me right now. Anyways, bye!